vice versa. Now, there's another term you need to know about called unsubscribe upon subscribe. This is a really important one. Unsubscribe upon subscribe. This means that when someone subscribes to a new autoresponder campaign, they stop getting a previous campaign. So let's say you had an autoresponder campaign to try to get somebody to purchase a particular product. And let's say it had 7 emails in the campaign. Let's also say on email 5, the person bought the product. Well, it wouldn't make much sense to send them email 6 and 7 since they already bought the product from email 5, would it? So after they bought, the autoresponder can put them into a new email series about the product that they just bought and unsubscribe them from the campaign trying to get them to buy the product they just bought. Okay, so go back and listen to that if you didn't catch that. But anyway, you don't want to be hammering people to buy stuff that they already bought, put it that way. I mean, sometimes you can't help it, but whenever you can help it, these autoresponders will help you fix that problem. So what else can you do with autoresponders? Well, autoresponders can be used to train the customer in the use of your product and or suggest other products that would likely be of interest to them. The best part is that after an autoresponder is set up, the entire process goes on autopilot, totally unattended, which saves you time and money. And there was a survey on ZDNet. It's a respected, kind of internet geek kind of place. Anyway, they found that 98% of customers would repurchase from a company if they were just asked to do it. All right. Autoresponders make sure that they get asked to buy something else or to help them in some other way when you're too busy to do it yourself, or when your volume is too high that you couldn't possibly do it yourself. Another big benefit of autoresponders is that they tend to decrease returns, especially on big ticket products. Now, buyer's remorse can really increase your return rate. A simple automated series of follow-up emails will let the customer know you aren't going to disappear now that you have their money. It can also reassure them they made a wise decision in purchasing your product. Sequential autoresponders have made me a load of money by delivering e-courses. This is another thing you can do with them. And these are both paid and free e-courses. My first free e-course brought in $7,000 the first week. And you say, well, that sounds like BS, Tom. How could that be? Well, I gave the people the free information they wanted. But at the bottom of each email of the e-course, I offered them something to buy. It was pretty simple, really. And don't ever lead off with something to buy on a free e-course because they won't trust you. Give them the free stuff you offered them and then offer them something to buy. Now, if you have the shopping cart system, kickstartcart.com, which I have been using myself for over 20 years and promoting it to other people, you can have unlimited sequential autoresponder campaigns. Now, shopping cart systems were covered in episode 10, and you really need to listen to that episode to see all the kinds of things that these shopping cart systems can do that just sell way more stuff for you and automate things. And it's all the great things that you can do with them. So check that out at screwthecommute.com/10, episode 10. And again, the reason I'm using kickstartcart.com because it is totally integrated with my shopping system, and the autoresponders can be tied to a specific purchase, which is an extremely powerful sales and customer service technique. The way it works is that when someone buys a product, they automatically subscribe themselves, in other words, trigger, as I mentioned earlier, to follow-up emails. And the emails can be used to give additional tips on how to use what they bought or to sell them more products. The customer can unsubscribe themselves, of course, anytime if they don't feel your emails are of value. And that means make sure your darn